Greetings, Abushia. Once again, my memo Akwaba from the Nation's Anchor TV on Facebook, on YouTube, and on TikTok. So, thank you so much for being part of our community. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Set the bell, whatever update we post, you don't miss it. And then, very simple and short. They tell you, your mom penny, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I declare the asset publicly. And Uti Ninkasayena, or the two just say, in the course of fighting corruption, this time around, or per se, or manyama bebre, open to the public, and for that matter, this particular act, and I said this particular process, a declaration of assets, it has been going on already. A course of that, but mostly no na acquire private. The answer, obes ode as a president or as a minister or as a public office holder, no, obes submit asset, ediama the auditor general, no, I mean privately. But this time around, in the cost of fighting corruption and then making sure say, they are happening under the previous administration. They've been happening in this administration. In the course to prevent that, Oba making a lot of things open because he made it clear in his speech. And he said, "My speech and I'm what here." He made it clear in his speech. He said, "I mean, most of bad acting happens in the darkness. And near Bonnie, near Bonnie, Subai Bonnie, Chrono, a course usumu." Ana ehaimu bebre na entumi endi boni ahodo ntina mostly ya na professor ade science so kan ya ahodo. That is the statement and that's asema okay. And in that matter I say in that case he will try as much as possible say in this administration Obama nyama bebre na I open, and for that matter we gina so declare the asset as a company and also share the ministers ona our appointee wo so mo beka no ho no mbu man say ba ko for nkyere damfo o man ono ko ntimi mbu be hia nipa. And I mean, in that case, more or did and now the positions, but my ministers and all appointees and Monso was shacketing as a Monticla Monso asset. Now, Mwame said before, so Baba officer, the now when he said about a free officer, you bet to me, I hear and contact calculator say, send a becca home, my dear becca home, so you compare salary and answer a ketia eba. Is it in line and now for mine sick the head up pajama anyway? Nyina yo no akasa no musamo a mebebo amawati here in the course of preventing any loot and share. Yenti o mampani anu masem na bra the national comment me boase ndwudwam na entiase enya dwuma. But modern so be share video yi ama wonu bi so enya information ati bibiase. Ya man Ghana na ye kekere oman no kan ko na nyina ye di hu nkomo. There are so many conversations out there, but some of us have decided say ya man Ghana no kan ko no aka kekere, and for that matter I said this time around you draw be bring attention to the governance and to the administration. Niam ekoso no you draw be bring attention. Into do well and share, but modern share and invite somebody. Let's go.
I was just looking at the statute on assets declaration, and under Article 286 of the 1992 Constitution, it names the President, the Vice President, Ministers and Deputy Ministers, Members of Parliament, and judges. And then again under Act 550, Public Office Holders Declaration of Assets, it includes public officers, including those in the civil service, public corporations, and statutory boards. Then it also includes chief executives of all public corporations. It includes district chief executives, and then members of the Council of State. There are many people in public office who do not know that they are covered under this assets declaration regime. And so, Auditor General, there must be a reminder to all these people that they are covered under the assets declaration regime. And so I have presented mine this morning, and let me make a few remarks. Senior government officials present, the Auditor General and staff of your department, we're very happy to have you here this morning at the presidency, friends of the media. I've just performed a simple but brief, very important act of presented my completed assets declaration forms to the Auditor General as required by Article 286 of the 1992 Constitution and the Public Office Holders Declaration of Assets and Disqualifications Act 1998, Act 550. Ghana's assets declaration regime and its related activities have often been shrouded in secrecy, and only unless in special circumstances, compliance is often difficult to measure. In times past, I would privately have presented these forms to the Auditor General in fulfillment of my statutory obligation. I've taken this step of presenting these forms publicly as a way of injecting some openness and transparency into the process of assets declaration. I've always maintained that while it is all well and good to punish corruption, a more effective way of addressing the canker is preventing it from occurring in the first place. I honestly believe that if properly curated and enforced, the assets declaration process can become a sustainable tool for tackling corruption. Corruption by nature is insidious and thrives under the cover of darkness. The more light that is shown on it, the more likely that it will be fought successfully. I've also taken this step to send an unmistakable signal to all public office holders, especially those that I have appointed, that I take the declaration of assets very seriously and expect full compliance from them. I've asked the Chief of Staff to send word to all appointees to ensure that they declare their assets by the end of the first quarter of this year, that is, by 31st March 2025. I wish to stress that any appointee failing to meet this deadline would face severe sanctions, not excluding removal from office. Even as we strive to hold past government officials accountable for their stewardship, I deem it even more imperative to enforce anti-corruption among our present public office holders. Charity, they say, begins at home. I'm therefore determined to take the necessary steps to ensure that we fight corruption vigorously so that the precious little resources that have been entrusted to us by the Ghanaian people are used only in their interest. There have been issues raised about the effectiveness of the current assets declaration regime. We must take advantage of the current constitution review process to strengthen the assets declaration regime to make it more relevant to changing times. I believe that we must move to a regime where the assets so declared can be published before and after public office, so that the phenomenon of unexplained and overnight wealth, obviously earned through the proceeds of corruption, can be checked. I trust that a healthy debate can be had over this issue and consensus built on the way forward, so that collectively we can defeat the unwholesome canker of corruption. I thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.
Right. Omampeni ndi akwakuti na numu asem abano. Na ansa na bedwidwa omampeni asem no de tie nie in terms of declaration of asset no se me mabebri na anyanti ase a de tie ne se ewoyama mranim ewoy constitution nim se oman na ye kekere no ye de nipa ne be kekere and for that matter ye pese nipa bia di nokure e mo oman no se de be ya de wo se ye de bo oman ne kan kono enkodi ba akofo botoma na se ba akofo ana nipa kakra bi mfa enya omo hotem ne santi se ye de position bi hye wonsa se kohwe dwuma bi so kohwe office bi de aso ye bi hye wonsa e wo se ajapade a wankasa already watimi aye se ye dan se ye cars ajapade ensase bibi biara watimi akwa na se watimi achieve watimi build no ma ye hu ansa na wazumi that office fa beto bonti ana se fama omo a edi se omo nsaka na omo ya we se nipa sumasi before se ye de oman adwuma we e hye ne nsa no de ono wo nie na yere num ye sei na ne ma ye sei na adwuma sei na no ye na katua sei na ka ne nsa asase sei no wo cars sei no wo bank account sei no wo eniama a wankasa wogya pade ahodo a waye nyina no wo se utimi ema oman no hu se de me woda dansa na mode position ema minie se de be ya o chene be wo free position na se wo wie wadwuma na wo kwa ye beti masa ye hwehwemu hu se okay niema no woda dansa na oba be assume position we nie o wie ya okono de abeka hu nie de abeka hu no se de calculate na se ye de compare the salary and say you check the salary and e kan nsa with a couple of years or this sumo ye na de abeka hu no right and I say I mean it makes sense and I say I mean on wi a oman no enti edi say and I say obetumi ayesa enti on wi a oman no ne hu so. That is why I know the man omo a ekekere ye man bra no omo this declaration of asset no ehemu. Now, so many years it has been going on. Previous administrations are back on since the 1992. It has been going on, but it has been going on secretly. In fact, say, "Oh, now we presented the Auditor General. Now we presented the Auditor General." That is why, I mean, this declaration of assets. No, kakra pesa wunyanti ase about it. No, said the bear. In fact, we were doing now free office. No, I mean, betimi who say, okay, you were in line. One for minor fee, one your minor fee. ni nyina ye kwan a ye fa so e de asikita ahye ene proye anokwan. My question is, for the past years you implement and as you apply this act and a way away constitution to all our various public office holders, has it helped in fighting corruption? Abuaye ama kitashane proya epese itu asie wona ebeba office ahodo I mean ye expect say omode oman ejapade benya omo ana so omode oman sika benya omo hu say temu no that emra way ewo ye constitution ni mu no abuaye wona assume offices previous years no omodi so and omo fi office no na saa de tie said omode kire no saa pepe ne tie omo enya omo ho amro so mpatwa me hu adwen kire e comment section ho. The question is, has the declaration of assets, has it helped in fighting corruption in the development of this country, coming from the previous administrations, people that have assumed or occupied offices? Has the declaration of assets helped this country? Have they been loyal with us? Has this act helped us in fighting corruption? Let me know your opinion at the comment section. Right, now, say me your penny as some of the two joining, or my penny making it clear. Say this time around, no. Opese kitashye ne proya hodo otu ase na o kan se me say charity begins at home. Yesi ye bodama ye bo frifie ne site no ene ono mampani na nkasa yesi ode hya nko akwa adwane o declare ne asset and ogina so ama ne appointees ahodo nyina so wa hya omo se omo nyina so declare omo so asset say de be ya ebema ye hu se okay officer wo ba yi de wo asa na wo ba office ni wo free ho akono de utimi nya ye ni na de utimi nya ye no. Is it right? And I said, does it make sense? And I said, for money be na said the bear and cobasso back for mine sika edia yo no ejapade and I said that edia na japade and who say them. And of them working Omo Penny John Dramani Mahama is trying his possible best this time around to change some narrative. And I wish say the opposite or achieve in terms of fighting corruption. We all support say Emre Musa. But I keep asking myself, we keep repeating the same thing. All the format I person the fight corruption it has been the same format I used to previous years and as I used to previously all this format I used to pay. And has it helped us? What are some of the formats? Talk of judiciary, the court, the man for court ahodo, the attorney general, prosecuting man for komra kwanso question wo mo susua ina sususe bi o ma for man bibi aboye. Has the judiciary helped us in fighting corruption? The question or the answer is in your mind, you know. Now, another way, swearing with Bible religious books where kremoni no the Quran I swear say officer modesha men say position ami be hodi mesom yie na madi no kore e wo mesom a mesom mu menya mesom mu me muslim mesom mu no kura Bible no de adinse no aswear say the be ya obegina sa agidie no so na ko watimi de di no kura mo man no. The question comes again, and also has it helped in fighting corruption? That is my question. I made it to abontin. Oh, me also bet me I don't know. Has it helped in swearing with these religious beliefs? Has it helped in fighting corruption? Mention them. Committees upon committees, parliamentary committees, public account committees. Yes, says our committees we ye say. Omunfre will be nipa bi esusu say niam bi akoso kitahye de pro bi akoso a omu bo mu na ya set committee abedwakuo say omunfre omumra muntoto oma no ye hwe say ebebo omu de esusu say akoso na request at the end of the day these committees will be set up, monies will be allocated, they will take certain allowances and it hasn't yielded any results. The accused persons end up going scot-free. Last administration, a frek and ufuriata to a parliamentary committee said, "If you say Sikabia for baby, Omeyi in Simbiano." At the end of the day, go through committee in no. He wasn't the one even answering the questions. I know no kind of ufuriata no put an away in Semano. His lawyers were there. Gabi Ochledako was there, and other lawyers. Omune in Semano Emano. So what I'm trying to say is, he applied all these methods, trying to fight corruption, trying to prevent corruption, but it has not been working. All these methods, in fact, at the end of the day, these politicians make or get their way through, and they end up looting and stealing the nation. When the men are aware, we shouldn't make it look as if say this ended, and I said the MPP ended administration no pen every all mine. Since 1992, when the media dance the administration, both parties corruption has been a great pandemic, a canker. And I will accuse both parties, but we have not been able to fish anybody out. At the end of the day, they go scot-free with the same method. So what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, his second coming, what I've seen him trying to do, and he said he's trying to use the same format, but this time around, make it publicly or make it known compared to as first Ananka hating and as Ananka but public not being this one or per se public not adjin basu. But the question is, Nina public not being basu no the loopholes in it, these same people knows the loopholes. Let's talk about something like ORA. That is another method that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama put up. Operation Recover All Loot. After carefully understanding the duty of the ORA, the ORA will just gather informations and present the information to the Attorney General for the Attorney General to start prosecuting them or taking them to court. So it will end up at the judiciary again. So you see, the duty of the ORA, and they say, gather informations, be investigations, gather all the informations. Not the Attorney General, right? Now Attorney General, no, I take them on. It ends up at the court. Then it becomes back and forth. Ghanaians, I understand the literacy rate is very high. Dodona school, no, what I say. And the game these politicians are playing, Dodona NTS, we quickly jubilate over just announcement, over just, what we hear. But after hearing and jubilating, the reality, which nothing happens, we forgot. Typical example, when Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, our former president, when he established the Special Prosecutor's Office, the whole country jubilated. When he appointed Martin Amidu, we were all happy. Martin Amidu is a no-nonsense man. He's going to go after people. But after jubilating and then, being happy, announcing it in news and party followers commenting and sharing and then, scoring the party points and all, what happened? The reality is, Martin Amidu ran away. He couldn't even arrested. Now, Kisei Japan was appointed by our former president, Akufo-Addo. Kisei Japan was in office. And at the end of the day, Kisei Japan came to hold a press conference. Obey a press conference because say the judges over there, the judges at the court are judging the cases in favor of those he is prosecuting. So at the end of the day, Kisei Japan was in office. So Akufo-Addo left. Kisei Japan was not able to even prosecute Anomaba. Now Kisei Japan is still in office under this administration. I don't know whether he's going to be changed or not. I don't know, but I would suggest to say, Omapeni John Dramani Mahama, only Kisei Japan free ho. Now confer Mr. Martin Amidu on Sanfa Martin Amidu back. Yes, because Martin Amidu was the one who described the previous administration, who described our president, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, former president. He described him as mother serpent of corruption. And for that matter, Martin Amidu would know much, and I think Martin Amidu should be the one or should be our next special prosecutor if Kisei Japan should be, removed from that position. That is my opinion. So the issue is, even the ORA would still take it to court and it will be back and forth. Kopem say 8 years best one, 4 years best one, and if government changes, all those who were in court will be just released, will be cleared. Administration will buy John Dramani Mahama administration will buy. You've been hearing the attorney generals clearing a lot of cases. Cases are now courts. ye di no Attorney General we buy or clear cases ni na asem we hu hia etwa so asem we hu hia etwa so asem we hu hia etwa so saa eti that is one thing. The next administration so beba no na case at this administration so da court nyina no e bia dodo na before the next the MPP anko for ho no ono so ba ban mu a ono so say inya wo ono so ba ban mu a a clear case. That is what we are doing. We are just in a circle. Nothing is happening, nothing is changing. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I think there is one particular method that we've not applied that method. Yes. We've applied all the available methods. Where declaration of assets, let me say this. Declaration of assets can never stop corruption, can never stop corruption, can never put a stop to corruption. No. Me or fire. Any, maybe few critical thinkers, they will bear with me, say, so Japania has not been the first time, and this time around, I don't see any effect or any impact and Obama has stopped corruption. No. There is a saying that there are so many ways of killing a cat. Semi of fire. Semi with Japadia who do not own my position. Na semi person me your mind. Na me de Japadia who do. I'm not dumb enough to do it in my name to add up to what I had already. No. Mama Magana Fonti Bibiase. What your politicians are learned people. Almost they steals you intellectually. Okay? Or politicians or man of war, they don't just steal with just me so they number for mine see number we have left and right. So they are intellectual thieves. They've learned the law, they've learned your constitution, they understand how to go by it, they play the games in it. Yes, they steal intellectually. They don't steal with their names or in their names. It is let me declare my assets. Oferata, do you know, say, let me tell you guys something. Do you know, sir, Ken Oferata was not taking a salary during his tenure as a finance minister? Do you know? Ken Oferata was not taking salary. To that extent, he was not taking a salary. So what they do, they say, for the demu we are no watch you free the whole. You shall be we need the agreement percentage wise. When you share either the family or either baby foreigners no or my sir. You shall be oh crom for or chrono away in enemy say no dia chrono and then that's crom for no serious. A crom for me serious for mo call Robin o mo da dia kata o manim. The obi ho an ni kosua. E bi kra say wo ho ni kosua no. Tell be on timi hwe no. Eti yamanofo no omo mokro no just say asori keke ya omansika matam is dabi omo de true emra kwan any true emra no omasua no nyansa kro no na omo bo edi opesa wo chi na yesa wo so yusu mra kro na eno na de bia be ko back and forth sa na time na so na the next government aba eti Excellency John Dramani Mahama, declaration of assets from my point of view can never and has never stop or help in the fighting of corruption. Meaning say was some yentina moye, but it won't bring any change. Father, JM, His Excellency, why don't we apply this method? You apply all the available methods in fighting corruption, but there is one method that all administrations are closing their eye to that method. They don't want to apply that method. What is that method? Why don't we go to our roots? Our natural justice system. Why don't we apply our natural justice system? Our traditional justice system. Why don't we apply that as well and see? There is a saying, say you can't keep on doing the same thing and expect different results. Debbie, once you keep on doing the same thing, you're gonna get the same results. So why don't we apply different method and see and give ourselves the next 5-10 years and see? We've been applying all this method, religious method, all kind of mechanisms. It has not been working. I am suggesting, so this time around, let's use our traditional justice system method. All ministers and all, ministerial appointees, all MPs, all government officials coming from the voter region should swear an oath with the deity in Nogokpo. Yes. All those coming from the voter region in your government should swear an oath with the deity at Nogokpo, Togbi Zakaja. They should swear an oath with that deity. Those coming from northern region, definitely they'll have a deity over there. Those coming from Ashanti region, those coming from eastern region, western region, northern region, central region, Greater Accra, Bobu Wuloma is there. Why don't we apply this method and see? Well, nobody should declare his asset. Obi Afan asset. But let all public office holders swear, including the president. Let all of us, all of you guys, swear with the deity in your region. Our politicians know very well, say, this is the right way, this is the truth, but they won't apply it. They won't they won't do that. If they do it, the implications, we will all get what we are seeking for. Here, the person may change and say, Father, His Excellency, we've been applying all the methods and all the formats to be able to fight corruption. It's not working. Why don't we apply this method, our traditional justice system? Naturally, no. It takes one's conscience for that person not to be corrupt. Okay? There are corrupt politicians over there. Menkase Africa and Ghana and politicians near corrupt. But they keep on applying methods, changing methods, applying and changing until they've gotten to where they are, or they are limiting the level of or the rate of corruption over there. I say, we've been repeating the same method over the years. It has not been helping. Swearing with Bible, swearing with Quran. Using the judiciary, various committees, declaration of assets, swearing an oath, blah, 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 blah. It has not been working. But this, our traditional justice system method that we are refusing to apply, I think, and I believe, and I hope, that this method will be our last point and will be the method that will make sure, say, justice and corruption will reduce drastically, will stop, will cease in the development of our country. The person can say, yeah, you so acquire who be so per se the fight ticket at Shana Proye. Amount for when about a number 2 office be as if I would GDA swear, if I would GDA didn't say, do a Muslimini, do a Christiani, no more the Bible, no Quran, no more the say. But the baby are saying, no, maybe your mind is it. Even in our various courts, the judiciary, lawyer, judge, forward door at the Bible, no Quran, ebe didn't say. So baby are saying, no, maybe the assembly we not intention be bring na cause in our society. Me susu say, a brasso say, you use a coin for fra, you bet me a dia cook as shana prayer away your mining cancuni. Sabako for before mine no a japa dear before mine is a ticket or coin boneso no a woody. It is a walk cum nipa, why Jenny Pan craft a coffee on some. Abrofuna do some penso na wo and our what corruption no ehu so ba akofo binya no say tem at the expense of the majority. Abrofuna ti asesa ye kroma say no education no course ma dodo na hu corruption no hu ehu no dodo na ntiase amanyoni binya no say tem within the shortest possible time and about power onya no say tem a the people end up cheering up them. MPP for mobedi amai ma na moba akonya so a ne omumanya nya omu say temi. But obi di no kasi yem prosecute no. Ubenya some portion of Ghanaians they will be cheering them up. They will be supporting them. Ona papa mobra, ona papa nika prek, ona wo papa mobra. Yes, I support omo so omanya omo muda kasa kesiem tutu akwan no ne ye say praise wo. And this yabai omo followers say no mo na emesere. Very soon, one politician and as one political party executives in the status so more the dash ban be the na start say criticize one more. On be catch say the previous administration ye bi. Enti enya na we musu nye bi. Enti yen we enti the corruption on the hazard or the implication na say we end up cheering those who are looting us, and we end up cheering them on because they are in our party. Ube also be a breaker or your kwasama no in the party, but the party executive yepe obe defending. That is what is going on. I think said the solution. Then they say, "Amanofo na kefiri voter region na so ye MP, so ye minister, some penny na be appointed no. Before no naka omo nyina omo ye voters nyina no answer no mba azumu omo office no. All the methods omo declare omo asset, omo the Bible no Quran aswe mu wi a. Yes say Togbi Zakaja nie. Togbi Zakaja nie. Je never din se eya so ya me kwa koye adwuma yi. Me mbo man no kro no wo kwan boni bia so. Se me akasa personal na se me de be fam abusu ani bi so kwan boni so me mbo man no kro no. Me di no kre. De be ka me say de se ka me say firi o man no ho. Se man di sa no kre no anye ne pepepe sa. Togbi Zakaja oni mindi. Kwan bi obetimi de mafa so bia ebe ye senda ho ma foforo hia afa me no ye boni bia me ye no. Togbi Zakaja ni mindi. Na ye hwe. Oh. But no one near ready some corruption. Those from northern region, no more Swahibi. Almost be a deity over there. Those from the Ashanti region, eastern region, western region. Yeah, sir. You might have 2-3 years back. And can mass barrier, Mobayo Krum has say no. Ah, mass barrier, only mass barrier. Can you do one in the Padua Cafe, the Mobesi or Monon? Kabu one power, not to ha, power, not to ha. About the generation coming, no one will say, hey, this is a justice system in our country. When you get opportunity to be in any office, don't think of stealing or taking a penny from there. Can you eventually eliminate corruption from our governance? But Roman of phone names are not clear making. Omunye. Ah, omunye. Because that is where they treat it. Yeah, Papa, Jerry John Rollins Kasimbi. Was it they don't fear that Bible, they don't fear that Quran.
But they know that we don't fear that Bible, we don't fear that Quran. But when it comes to our shrine, that one we dare not joke with it. We'll go and tell the truth.
Or say they don't fear the Bible, they don't fear the Quran. Because they know that it's just a paper, nothing, powerless. But let's try our traditional way or our traditional justice system and see. So, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I'll tag you in this video. Father, I know that this time around you want to fight corruption. But with the old methods, it will not work. This government or this your administration, I know that you've pumped a lot of youth into your administration. In fact, you've done well. I have a video to do about that. You've pumped a lot of the youth into your administration, into various offices. But Father, the youth you pump into your government, they are now coming to be exposed to money. They are now coming to get easy access to the state coffers or money coming from left, right, center due to their various positions. And as a youth, they will be very hungry to acquire wealth, to leave something because they know power. They won't be in power forever, so they will try possible best to do something. And with the old format, they've learned and they are very intelligent and they know the loopholes to make it through or to go through that they won't be caught. They will make it through. I think let's apply this traditional method and let's see. Abusia, this is my candidate's opinion or my suggestion. Mami who also opinion or suggestion. Let me see at the comment section. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with that traditional justice system? Should that be implemented? Should we apply that one as well? Let me know your opinion. My name is Offer the Nation Uncle. Kindly share this video and hit the subscribe button and hit on the notification bell so that you don't miss any update we put here. I leave you here. Thank you. See you in my next episode.
Hola, Abushia the Nation Academy, me the word to Castlot roofing system. In fact, a ban in Primprint Ghana had dia upe or Jumokwa, a ban wood dine so bonny hunke kayedia, or more a can neat amount a Castlot roofing system. When him said the Nation and Community at the Bonnewa dance here, Emma Machidi for Castlot roofing system, Emma services a this way, a ban roofing installation, Yambo dinosaur mount neat, a ban woodwork installation, Yamfak in Mia Papa, Empro entity and say, Emmo dinosaur mount neat, a ban metal trusses installation yɛmfa nnadeɛ ngu dan no so ɛyɛ asɔre dan ɛyɛ private resident ɛdan bia yɛmfa nnadeɛ ngu so ma solid ɛba no roofing waterproofing wadi kan mo abɔ dan no so ama nanso baabi anko yie leakages wom in fact ɔhyew ɛwɔ dan nim mframa papa ɛmfa dan nim ɛdan bia ne sɛnea yɛbɔ so nyɛ dan no nyinaa ne yɛpagya ɛdan nkyɛnse nim nyɛ dan no nyinaa ne yɛma nkyɛnse no ba fam wopɛ dwumakuo a ɔmode engineers ɔmo yɛ well experienced and well known engineers ɛbɛgu akwan ma bɛtwa adwuma no nitama wa ɛyɛ Caslot roofing system ɛyɛ Euro tiles nkyɛnse papa yɛde gu dan no so a enrusting winakye a Caslot roofing system ɛtwa adwuma no nitama obusua ɔmo number ɛna da screen no so a wohwɛ no 0530446354 0244579319 in fact ɔmo yɛ adwuma kɔ Ghana fa na baabia fa number no na frɛ ɔmo na ka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ the nation uncle ɛna kyerɛ hase ɔmo bɛma discount pia.
Follow us on Facebook, Ofayal, the nation's uncle. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Nation's Uncle TV. Follow us on TikTok, The Nation's Uncle. The Nation's Uncle gives you the raw truth. Thanks for watching.